What's up, Rubits? Little Big Robots back. Another video. Today I'm looking at the PMX-002 Bolinoak-Sammahn Jupiterous Prototype Mobile Suit. Bolinoak-Sammahn. Every time I see that, I think of Sam Hain, as in the holiday and in the band. This is just a cool model kit I saw come in. I said I've got to have that. That is a cool design. I love the kind of gorilla stance. He's got like longer arms and legs. You know, really fun kit. Somebody correct me if wrong. This is a 2024 kit, but is this a reprint, a redo, new molds or whatever? Because it feels old, but not in a bad way. It still has some of those old charms, but you know, with a little bit more modern plastics, I guess. I don't know. I don't know anything about this kit. I know not much about wherever ZZ or whatever this comes from. I've seen all the animes at some point. A lot of them I've forgotten. But I love the color scheme, and we'll go over all of that and its disadvantages. This stand did not come with it. That's my little stand. Before I begin, as usual, I build these relatively quickly because I have a lot to get out for review. I'm not real precious about them. I'm not real careful about seam lines or any of that kind of jazz. Nub marks, I just throw them together. So if you see those nub marks, it's not really the kit's fault. If you're a little more careful than me, you can make a really pretty straight built kit. Also, I don't put all stickers on. As you can see, there's one here, but not here. I'll probably do that later. They're really small. And if I'm to paint this one later, which is probably a good candidate for painting because it's an unusual kit, at least to wash. I wouldn't want the stickers on there anyway, so sometimes I don't put the stickers on there because I might paint them later. It comes with one little sheet here of stickers, I think. Not bad. I like stickers as long as they're not too tedious. These are a little tedious and tiny, but that's fine. It comes with some cool spear, saber, what's these called? Oh my gosh. They're laser swords. Why am I from beam saber weapons? With some special effects parts. You got a bit of leftover. Like, this seems really like old school. But I'm used to 30 minutes missions, which has very little leftover. But again, this all goes into a fun little bin that I use later for customs. The kit is great. It doesn't stand on its own really, really well. But it can. It's a little bit back heavy. And so you might want to use a stand with it. But having said that, if you don't like the backpack, you can take it off, and it does become a lot less back heavy. What's interesting is when you take it off, it has these cool cords, tubings, you know, like whatever, cool sci-fi stuff going to the back. They just slide there, but they're kind of just loosely. Oh, hi, cat. They're just kind of loosely hanging out. You're gonna be all right. She's trying to get on the back of the chair. They're just kind of loosely hanging out here without the backpack. But again, that makes it a lot less back heavy and can stand up a lot easier. Also on the shelf, that might take up a little more space. I find that backpacks, weapons like that, I often take off and use them sparingly because I like just a bot, but these are cool and fun. I mean, I wish these shield parts here closed all the way up, but they're limited and they only go to there. But again, interesting shield. It has a little part for you to store the beam saber hilts, and it's a fun little shield. As you can see, nothing really big there. Again, I didn't add any of the stickers. The backpack is simple, but it has some really nice parts. In fact, if you look inside there, and if I were to take this outer kind of sheath of metal off, or it was plastic, but it's supposed to be metal, you know what I mean? There's a ton of really nice detail in there. I don't know if I could just pop it off. I don't think I can, but I was like, wow, that's a lot of really, really great detail in there. Just a lot of it's covered up, which is a shame. But again, if you're, like, look at this. You get a lot of nice little detail where you're never going to see it. But I like when kits do that. I like when kits do that because it gives you something to mess with, and as you're messing with it, you can discover it, and you go, oh, cool, look at that. And, little bits like that make a difference. This green plastic is fine. I don't mind it. In fact, I like the color. The problem is certain colors of plastic, the black, the reds, the blues, these greens will show a nub mark really, really hardcore. So be careful about that. But as you can see, you don't see a ton of them. And I'm not a big nub mark. I don't really care. I don't really care about seam lines and nub marks, because if this was truly a giant robot, you would see bits and pieces of scratches and nub mark type things everywhere, where metal was joined up and stuff like that. Are you coming up here? She's going to come up here, isn't she? Oh no, I got to get prepared. So the bot itself, I love the color. It's very anime. On the image here on my camera, it's probably a bit darker. In real life, it's a bit lighter than this. I don't know. I'll have to see. It depends on what screen you're watching it, but it's it's still a really nice color. I love this look. I love his. This is my favorite part. I've never seen a gunpla head have like a screen, like a mesh, and I believe that's just a printed sticker. I put the sticker on and it but it makes it look like it's, no, actually, I'm sorry, this plastic I think is actually printed with that. I can't remember. Anyway, it's just a nice effect. Now you can, if you want, you have an extra head parts, you can make that solid. I don't know why you'd want to. Are you a maniac? You have to have the mesh look, and stop trying to climb my leg. But I just love that. In fact, that head right there, that's what sold me on the kit. That and just kind of the obvious weirdness of it. It's just a neat looking kit. Again, the cord things kind of stick out here, but I dig that. It looks kind of like exhaust in a way. This little crotch piece, looks like a crotch piece, actually attaches to his ab area, which is kind of funny. I get a lot of little kits that'll have often they'll have this kind of hanging down here and stuff like that. I've never really had one with kind of a part, segmented or joined part in where your ab would be, but it's I don't go through all the articulation in parts, A, for time, but also B, that part in videos always bores the hell out of me. If you want to see what it can do for posing, I just like to do this. Here you go. Here's what it can do for posing. There you go. It can do some cool poses. There you go. So that's all you need to know. Modern kits, or kits that really come out these days, are all going to be able to do something really cool. You don't need to know every little toe crunch and stuff like that. The feet are nice and wide. I like to see that, or at least wider than some. Giant mechs should have kind of big feet. Not ridiculously big, but somewhat, I mean, if we're talking about realism a little bit, but I like the proportions here. Like I said, it's kind of gorilla-like. You see how his head is forward? That reminds me of K2SO from Star Wars, from the movies. His head's kind of leaning. It's almost very Warhammer 40K on the front there. So really, really nice colors. The build was fun. There is, this arm is different than this arm because it holds the little shield thing. There is a little bit of, like I said, of an older feel to the kit. I don't know if it's because it's the same kit as before and reprinted or something. Somebody tell me. But either way, it comes out nice. I mean, like I said, you're going to see a few little nub marks. But just, and this is the worst area, these shoulders. This is very old school to have the split right there. But again, I don't care. You might care. And if you're going to paint it, you can fix that later, no problem. But I got that one pretty good. As you can see, I went and it showed a horrible mark there. I was just going too fast. And the dark green will show some. But again, it's not bad. You're going to see a little bit where it joins up here. But man, it's just what I like about kits like this is I could set that on a shelf anywhere. I could set that in front of anybody and they would see that and be like, hey, this is a cool looking robot. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be a Gundam or a known suit or something like that. It can just be a cool looking robot. And this is definitely one of them. All the weapons and stuff are fine. The build was, like I said, a lot of fun. Pretty quick. You could do it in an evening. But this guy is he's just begging for customization. Imagine this guy in red or black, or my favorite of all time, which is just a plain gunmetal silver covered in grease. I love that look, just like a bot wandering around out in the in the landscape, surviving. You get a couple fists and stuff like that, normal stuff. There's some nice color separation. These are all individual parts. Like I said, there's a sticker and there's a sticker, but that green is an individual part there. This is an individual part. These are individual parts, the red, so that's cool. I don't know if the old kit was maybe stickers instead. So there's a lot of nice little actual physical parts that are not stickers, and that's one of the reasons I don't often stick on stickers, is because if there is a color separated part like on the head there, you can see that it's the parts, it's not the stickers that are doing that. So really, really cool. I love this look. Fantastic. If you can pick it up, I'd say do it. Of course, I got my Gunzo Rules here in San Diego. It's the best Gundam shop I've ever been to. Just such a cute little shop, and the staff is really, really, really nice. You can order from them online. Do that, and they'll ship it to you. I pick it up because I'm local, but I'd go grab like 4 of these and build an army. This is such a cool looking bot. So have a good day, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.